Welcome to a very random decluttering, friends. This bag was sitting by my doorway for several months, and I said, Alicia, please just record, tackle this, because if you want to film your declutter, then just film it. So hello everybody. Very informal, as you probably could already hear without the intro, but we're just gonna jump in. I was gonna give a lot of this stuff away, but I decided that maybe you just wanted to see what was in the bag that I was gonna give away. Okay, first let's start with the Violet Voss Pro Matte Eyeshadow palette that I really use. It's the Matte About You palette. Oh my god, we're off to a great start. I don't know why I don't use it. It's just been sitting in my drawer. The colors are both warm and cool. I guess because with the new Natasha Denona Biba palette, Biba Barbecue, I definitely don't reach for this as much. I'm not mad about Violet Voss shadows. I think they're quite nice. They're really smooth. They have great blendability and they're very easy to work with. I don't know, maybe I'll think about it. Okay, we're moving on to a hair product, Pillow Soft Curls by Miss Jessie's. When I first learned about Miss Jessie's, I was ecstatic because I was just starting my natural hair journey and I needed a product that was gonna help me style my hair. And this is actually not open, by the way. This is taped. They were nice enough to send me this. It's okay. It's a little fragrant for me, and I believe this provides like a soft hold. I'm 3C4A. Right now I use Diva Curl, Super Stretch Cream, Uncle Funky's Daughter, Curly Magic, Good Hair, and Super Curl. What else do I use? I feel like there's, Natural Clubs, Flaxseed, and Yogurt line. So this is new. Has not been opened. It's taped. The Pixie is Judy Time. I actually got this in the Target in Denver because I was so captivated by their Target. We do have a Target here in New York. I believe we have one 34th Street, but 34th Street is like the worst area. It's so crowded and just so saturated. I just never go there. But this Target was like a big, like actual suburbia Target, and I was like, oh my god, so much makeup. So here we have It's Judy Time. The pans are really big. I think I might have used this like a handful of times, and I feel terrible because I feel it's a pretty comprehensive palette. You have your intensifying shades, you have nice mid-tone transition shades, and you have pretty good metallics, and they're really soft, and I think this is an ideal palette for every day. So it's really nice, and I'm not sure, you know what, it's in the bag because I don't want to let it go, but I feel like I need to because it's taking up so much space in my makeup drawer. So I feel it's really easy to use, and it's, you know, when you get new brushes, and I'm sure you've underwent this, you want to dip into products that you might not feel were successful, because now that you have the right tools, you revisit them and you're like, oh my god, this is such good eyeshadow. I wasn't using the right brush. And I think at the time I wasn't. I didn't have Sonia and Wayne brushes when I was in Denver. And this is like a nice shade too. You see what I mean? So I knew this was gonna happen. I'm gonna keep everything that I'm decluttering. Ice Cream, the Ice Cream palette from Dose of Colors. This was a dumb buy. I'm gonna say it right now. This was a dumb buy. I shouldn't have gotten this. It's okay. I just feel it's so hard to navigate because you got your browns and your type of mauves, but then it's like I found it hard to pair the mint shade with anything. This is really nice too, and I found like, what am I gonna do with this shade? You know what I mean? It's nice, it has nice pigmentation. Maybe I should play with it again. I feel like the mint's okay. The mint's pretty nice. I really just love these colors, but like, what's the point of buying this palette if you're only going to use one shade? Again, I only use this a handful of times. I'm not sure if I'll ever dip back in. I don't know. I think this is going to definitely be decluttered or be given to someone. It is a 12-month expiration date, so this is way past the expiration. Here is the Becca Holiday palette that I picked up last year. It's actually a really good palette. I remember it. Hello? And I was really intrigued by like the blush shades, and this highlighter shade here is like an icy type of deal. So if you like those blue tinted highlighters, I definitely didn't need to buy this palette, and I found that I was buying less and less of face palettes because I just feel they're so unnecessary for someone who is not a makeup artist and who's only doing makeup on themselves. And even if I were occasionally helping a friend with makeup, I still have more than enough blush singles or even a few face palettes to cover them. You know what I mean? The Milani blushes, again, I haven't used these with my Sonia or Wayne brushes, and I feel these are typically a little tough to pick up, but I was just so in love with the pan. Like, just the design of it was really captivating. It pulled me in. And I don't know how I felt about these. I felt like they gave nice glow, but there was really nothing happening on the cheeks for me. Like, maybe the radiance, but I think I wanted a little more color and not just sheen from these pans. So I think I'm going to give these away. They don't smell or anything, so I think they'll be okay. This is an e.l.f. product. We're looking at the e.l.f. What is this? It doesn't have a title. This is like a split pan highlighter situation, and I think this color was like a nice orangey highlighter type of deal, but it's really light. I feel like you could rarely see it. Maybe you see a little bit there, like a little bit of the orange tint. And here's like maybe like a golden color. I'm sorry with the veins. These are from handstands. That's why I don't like to do swatches on the backs of my hands, because of all my hand balance work, my fingers and hands just become a little more vascular. So I'm sorry that grosses you out. I think I'm gonna give this away too. I love the compact. It has a big mirror and I feel it's really pretty, but I don't think it has much impact when it comes to highlighting. Another e.l.f. product. I went e.l.f. crazy at one point because I was just so intrigued by how cheap the makeup was, but I don't know. This is very light too. I feel like this does very, very little. I mean, not to say that this might not have a role in someone's makeup routine, but this bronzer is not going to really show up on me. I mean, this is like super light. It almost looks gray. Maybe the blush, I would say this is great if you're like medium skin tone, but if you're deeper than that, pretty useless. So I might give that away because you never know, someone might be able to use it. Luma, like this random brand I ran into on Instagram. This is the Natural Beauty by Jess Hart. Is she a model? I forgot. I believe this is like a cream highlighter, and I really use this too. I think it's a nice formula. It has nice texture on the skin and it gives the skin a really nice sheen. But yeah, totally forgot that I had this. Rarely use it, so I don't know. The old Jouer, when Henry Bendel used to be in New York City, there was a Jouer station and I first encountered the brand in that store. And I'll never forget, I purchased their moisturizing tint and I was in love. It was like Jouer's BB cream, and it gave me such a really beautiful glow, and it was very blurring and lightweight. And a part of their compact system is that you could actually slide these together and you could create like a little compact. These are their creams. Remember these? Oh my god. We got them in the shades Seashell and Crystal. I think this might have been from their not holidays, summer collection. Like it was a mermaid collection. I don't know, man. Like, these are nice, but again, I forget that I have them. I rarely use them. The Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick Compact. My friend from Equinox works for Bobbi Brown, and she gave me a bunch of makeup, but I have to say, I'm not a particular fan of the shimmer bricks. I mean, this is okay, but I rarely use the shimmer bricks. I forgot that I have this, and that's why it's in the Declutter bag. Another Bobbi Brown compact, we're looking at Telluride. This is one of their highlighters. Really beautiful. I mean, let's see. What does this look like? Oh my god, because of the angle, it looks so dark. But in person, it looks like a pink highlight. Maybe that finger was dirty. This is so weird. I'm trying to see, it looks lighter, but when it gets in the shadow, it looks deeper. So that's the highlighter we're dealing with. I'm gonna give that away. Oh, Kat Von D. Anything Kat Von D, I just like, ugh. You know, this was exciting when it released and when it got peaked, but then I feel like I have so much of these duochrome shifting shades already, and I just feel the palette, I don't know, this design makes me uneasy. I don't know why. Maybe I wish because the pans were bigger. So they're very light. They're supposed to be color shifting. So it's, you know, it's hard to see on camera, but the Wet and Wild highlighting gold bar highlighting palettes. I don't know. Do we like these? You're like, Alicia, why are you asking us? Well, it'll be nice to open them. It's these stickers. I didn't even take the stickers off, friends. This just speaks volumes as to how much product I use. So that's like a bronzy type of highlight. It's very warm. But this other one, the Mega Glow in, what color is this? Winter Bloom. What does Winter Bloom look like? Oh, it's almost like a white gold. It does have like a gold shift to it. But if maybe if you get the star in there, it's a little more gold. Not too bad. It's all right. Lightweight. I'm sure easy. I love their other ones, the ones that have the flower in the compact, but these are all right. You know, it's not too bad. I'm gonna definitely give that away. NARS, what do we got from NARS? This is definitely, I feel, before they started selling in China. This is the Hot Sand and Laguna combination. I love Laguna when it first released. I thought it was such a beautiful highlight. It was just so soft and just the perfect warm beige tone. The camera's upside down, so I'm like, I don't know what angle this is. This is pretty old though. I might have to get rid of it because I don't think anyone should be using this on their face. Topshop, I can't believe it. Topshop sells makeup, but their makeup section, I mean, this was a few years ago, atrocious. Testers were not even testers. I mean, everyone cracked into the makeup, used it. You didn't even know if it was new or not. So they was kind of unsettling, and I had to check everything before I brought it to the register, or else you could have purchased a used makeup item. This is one of their highlighters. It's called Sunbeam. I was really intrigued. I thought it was kind of nice. You know, it's very yellow. It doesn't look so here on camera, but it's very yellow in person. This is in the shade Crescent Moon, and I feel like this is more like a pinkier opalescent type of a shade. So it definitely looks more pinky. Again, in person is really hard to see here on the skin on camera, but the texture is pretty smooth, I feel. Hello, trucks. I feel it blends into the skin really nicely and it gives off a nice sheen. But again, I'm not crazy about the lighting that's happening right now, so it looks very chalky on camera, and I get it. This is really old. This is the Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter. This is the first color I believe they released. This is in molten gold. Very much used, and I feel needs to be thrown away. I should just get another one. This is like a gold type of highlight. I feel optimal for deeper skin tones to really show up as a highlight. The Smashbox step-by-step contour palette. Ugh, rarely use this. I mean, this is kind of a nice cool tone color, and this is like the bronzy shade, and this is like a highlighter banana matte shade. I feel suitable for traveling because it's slim. It doesn't take up a lot of space. It has this elastic band to keep the lid shut. I feel like this is pretty old. I really use it. I now just use my Makeup Forever Artist Color powder pans that I put together. A Wet n Wild Color Icon blush. We got this in the shade, wow, I don't know. Oh, I gotta stretch my legs. Oh, gotta stretch these legs. Oh, so much better. This is like a very soft type of satin shade. It really shows up, I think, because it's pretty old, so I think I'm just gonna get rid of that. The Wet n Wild Cushion Highlight. Does this even have a product in it? I feel like it might have dried out. Is one of these cushion products? Oh, it's still wet. It doesn't smell. So it has like a nice sheen to it. I wish they came out with more shades because I actually liked this product, but they only came out with one highlighter shade, and I thought it was pretty icy, you know? So really cool tone. If they came out with like a golden cushion highlighter, that would have been great. Hourglass is still in the box. This is the, where is it? The Luminous Bronze Light. And I'm having second thoughts because I feel if I use it with my Sonia brush, it will be a really nice bronze sheen color. So I use the Radiant Bronze Light, which is the deeper version of the Hourglass bronzer. I feel it doesn't bronze per se, but it just gives a really nice warm tone, you see? So I don't know, I'm gonna experiment with that. I'm gonna put it to the side. We're gonna put it to the side. Oh, this is a part of the Jouer cream highlighters that I showed earlier. I believe this is all a part of that summer collection. This is in the shade Tiare and Camellia. And Tiare is like more of like a golden type of a shade. I'm running out of finger space here. So that's actually a really pretty color. And Camellia is, I feel like just like more of a cool tone type of situation. So that's what we're looking at. They don't smell, but because they're cream, I feel like they might have an ingredient that accelerates the aging process. You know what I mean? Wet n Wild, I actually reviewed this on my channel. I believe this was a part of their, I don't want to say hummingbird collection, but it was like a part of that summer theme. Not too bad. I mean, the shadows are okay, but given the price point, like you can't go wrong. This is like a really nice purple actually. I felt fairly pigmented, and you could build it up, wet it for more of a foiled effect. Oh, I remember this. Do you guys remember this? I was so intrigued. I mean, the packaging, this whole church window thing that she designed, it was all very interesting, but I rarely used this, and I feel a lot of people's opinions about it was the color story was just too all over the place and not comprehensive enough to be a successful palette. Let me know what you think, because it just takes up so much room and I don't freaking use it. The Golden Bronzer by e.l.f. This I feel was supposed to be a NARS dupe. Well, not this one in particular, but there was like another split pan that looked exactly like the NARS pan that we just showed. This is like a like mosaic type of bronzer gig. This is really old. It rarely shows up on me. It's more like a highlighter than anything. So I feel like I gotta get rid of that. Smashbox. What do we got here from Smashbox? Well, let's see. How do you open this? Oh, one of these. Oh, this is very tiny. I didn't even touch this. This is brand new. Maybe I'll just put together a little Smashbox package and send it out somewhere. The e.l.f. Baked Blush. This, guys, this was a disappointment. This was like really hard to pick up. I mean, super light, barely anything there. I think one of their weaker products for sure. Same thing, this is a different color in the same baked blush formula. But again, I just feel, well, this has a little more color. Maybe you wanted to add like a blush sheen to your cheeks, but I think that formula is pretty weak for them. I have to research any organizations or nonprofits around here that take used makeup, because I definitely feel that this could be used, because I don't want to throw everything away. Or if you have any suggestions, let me know. Like, so light, like barely anything shows up. And you get a little bit of a sheen, and maybe someone who hasn't used highlighter before will want to use this. I don't know. Oh my gosh, the BH Cosmetics liquid foundation. It's still in the box because I think this was a shade match fail for me, friends. I got it in 222 Golden Beige, but I don't think this is actually my shade. I think it's a little too orange for me, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't even know what this foundation is designed to do. If it's supposed to be a natural finish, a matte finish. Yeah, it's just, see how that, if I were maybe tan, I could get away with that shade. But just look how distinctly more orange it appears next to my skin. This is the Naturally Flawless BH liquid foundation. Where did the box go? I just threw it somewhere. I was intrigued. I couldn't help myself. Our new and improved BH liquid foundation now includes hyaluronic acid to help keep skin hydrated. The lightweight formula imparts a natural looking satin finish and provides medium to full coverage. This is made in China. I'm looking for, see, water, isododecane, propylene glycol, cyclopentasiloxane, mica, mineral oil. Ugh. Not that mineral oil is bad. It's just a very cheap ingredient. But people do feel that it breaks them out. The hyaluronic acid is very low on the ingredient list, and I feel will do very little for your skin because of that. So this was definitely a fail for me. I shouldn't have purchased this without doing more research. Remember these split pan brushes from NARS? I thought these were really beautiful to apply. They were pretty foolproof. One side was like a light color and the other was more like a poppy color. I usually just mix them together to get like that custom blush shade, but I thought it left a really nice sheen on the skin. This is in the shade Fervor. That's a really old product, by the way. I think I need to throw it out because even if it doesn't smell, I feel like no one should be using that. I think this came in an Ipsy glam bag that I thought I canceled my subscription for, but another one's on the way. I don't know how that happened. I gotta go back and cancel it. This is the coconut blush, coconut infused, I guess, split pan blush palette. I don't smell coconut, maybe because it's old and it's no longer coconutty. It's a very light type of pink. And this is like a beige shade. Maybe that was supposed to be bronzer because it just shows up as my skin tone. So this is a Holly Gold Head. So the third out of the all three that I have, and I feel this is more actually golden. So this has a little warmer of a tint than the white gold version and not as warm as the bronzy one. And this other Milani blush, this is in the shade Color Beams. This is number 3. The other one that we swatched first was number 2. So here they are side by side. Initially, when you see these, you're like, oh my gosh, this is so pretty, right? But again, I felt like they didn't do much on my face. So let's do number 3 just to see if that makes a difference. That's definitely better color, I feel, on the skin and will make for perhaps a radiant type of finish on the skin with a little bit of color. I don't know. We got the Bobbi Brown Illuminating Bronzing Powder. This was such a dumb buy. I remember I was in Saks Fifth Avenue and I was like, I loved Maui. This was such a beautiful, like, I felt Maui was Bobbi Brown's Orgasm because it has like glitter flecks in it and was supposed to impart that flush, like that suntan pinky flush on the skin. But I feel like it has so much sparkle in it and you can see it on the skin. I don't know why I bought this. This was a dumb buy. And Topless is one of these mini NARS single eyeshadows. This was a part of their summer collection that came in those beautifully designed illustrated boxes. I forgot the artist's name, but I think I threw them away because I had like a breakdown moment and was looking on my shelves and I'm like, why are you keeping all these boxes? They are filling up your space and just ruining your life. So I bit the bullet and I threw them away, but now I feel like I shouldn't have. Maybe I kept one. This is in the shade Topless. It's just like a very basic matte shade, but I don't feel like it's working anymore. This is a dud. I have to throw it away. Bobbi Brown Black Plum Intense Pigment Liner. So this is like a cake liner compact that I feel you could pull your angled brush through if you just wanted the general color that it presents, or if you just wanted it to be more deep purple or more like, what is this, plum or more gray. I rarely use these types of products, but I don't know. This is the Josie Maran Argan Enlightenment Illuminizing Veil. I believe this is like a powder highlight, but it's a very soft finish. So it's not supposed to be blinding, but it's supposed to, I believe, provide a nice radiance instead of like a shimmer finish on the cheekbones. I believe this came in a set. That's why it's mini in sized. But I feel like I could give this away and it could be helpful for someone who is not fond of bronzers, or excuse me, not fond of highlighters, but needs something to provide that radiance and that brightness to their cheekbones. Okay friends, that is it in the bag. I have a lot more to declutter, and I'll just bring everything here because I kind of like this setup. Say hello to my shirt. If you like these type of decluttering videos, let me know down below, and any suggestions that you might have in maybe organizations that not necessarily in New York. Maybe I can mail this makeup somewhere. I'm definitely going to research what local organizations that are buying me that I could donate this makeup to. I think that's it. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this video helped, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And until then, I'll see you on here again with another tutorial, chit chat, demo, or declutter. Take care, and I'll see you again soon.